Oh, you're gonna love this.
Alright, stamden build before patch 33. Let's jump right into it. First of all, we're running one piece Valors. We're running medium. I need to gold this out, clearly. But we just need it for the weapon and spell damage. 5-piece Plague Break. You got shoulders, boots, maces, 1 Nern Home, 1 Sharpen. You got Clever Alchemist on the body. 1, 2, and then 3 for the medium. Gives you 5-piece medium. You got the Infused, 1 weapon damage, 1 stamina recovery, and you got the Marking Ring of Majesty. And the highlight of this build is Vadashran's Perfected Greatsword. Must be the Perfected Greatsword or the regular Greatsword, doesn't matter. And you need powder on the back bar. Powder defending works just fine. I like power because of the healing. There's a lot of healing bonuses we get with the abilities that we are using with this particular build. But you guys see later on the healing is amazing and the damage is even more amazing. So let's get to the abilities. Alright, start in the front bar. Front bar we have Silver Shards. Now I get a lot of questions as to why I'm running Silver Shards. This is a group build, guys. Silver Shards hits a lot of people, especially at range. It keeps you, lets you soften Zerglings up right before you go in for the big burst. And you'll see later how that affects people when you smash them from a distance. We could even take down people solo with this particular ability if you buff it up real quick. Just a simple buff. It's already hitting almost 11k, so yeah, it's pretty good. Plus you get a lot of bonuses from the fighter skill tree, but we'll go ahead and go over that in a little bit. So we have Silver Shards, Sub Assault, pops twice, does poison damage, can proc the poison status effect, so don't forget that, guys. You got Camo Hunter. The reason why we're using Camo Hunter, we want those crits. Although our crit chance is about, I'd say 23%, it's still really good, and especially good for getting stealthies out of stealth. Night Blades, you can essentially smash them the moment you notice them and they're close enough. But this also runs into the bonuses that you get from the fighter skill tree. You have Leeching Vines. Leeching Vines is extremely important in this build. If you dip to low health with your passive in the Winter's Embrace tree, sorry, not in Winter's Embrace, the Green Balance tree, which we'll go over in a little bit, you get major mending, and that's extremely important. You have Whirling Blades. Whirling Blades is your finisher, your execute. This is what helps you spread Plague Break everywhere and get those big explosions, especially when people start to clump up, which you guys will see. Some poor soul made the decision of cleansing, let's say. We also have Dawnbreaker of Smiting. Dawnbreaker of Smiting, of course, is the go-to ultimate for stamden. Stamden doesn't have many options when it comes to ultimates. Not really any flex spot for this particular front bar, unless you wanted to go birds here, where Silver Shards is, and then you wanted to go Birds of Prey. But on the back bar, you see why we're not using Bird of Prey. We're getting the Minor Berserk from Camo Hunter. And on the back bar, we're getting the speed from Elude. And we'll go over that in a little bit. So, of course, we're using Bullnetch. Bullnetch, of course, is the stamina morph of the other morph. You get stamina back. You remove one negative effect. I'll run a video here pretty soon on what this should be, but we'll go ahead and skip past that for now. You got Ice Fortress. Ice Fortress gives you your Major Resolve, Minor Protection, Resolving Vigor. Don't leave home without it. It's one of the best hots in the game. You have Elude. The reason why we're using Elude is because you get a massive amount of time on Major Evasion. You also get the speed when somebody hits you with the AoE ability. So, hey, it works. And then you have Rally. Rally's specifically used for our burst heal. Also, you get the minor endurance, which gives you 15% more stamina recovery for 20 seconds. And it works well, of course, with Vatishran's Perfected Greatsword. This is where your big burst comes from. You charge up the Vatishran's ability. You run in with a heavy attack, Dawnbreaker, and then start spinning around like you're crazy. That's pretty much the combo. In the video you won't see this, but I do run Healing Thicket on this build. Healing Thicket, of course, helps us proc our passive in the green balance tree. We'll go over passives here right now. As of right now, we're using on the front bar just one animal companion ability. So we are getting the bonus from advanced species. Of course, you want to grab every single passive in your class. Back here, we have, of course, you got the maturation where you get the minor toughness for 20 seconds. That's just part of the Warden kit. You got Emerald Moss, which is, of course, part of the Warden kit. You have Nature's Gift. People sleep on this particular passive, but when you heal an ally with the green balance ability, you gain 250 magicka or stamina, whichever resource pool is lower. This effect can occur every 1 second. So it's essentially 500 stamina or magicka regen, whichever resource is lower at the time, which is extremely important. And then you have accelerated growth. Accelerated growth is where the abilities Leeching Vines and Healing Thicket shine, because when you get low health, or anybody gets low health, you heal them with that, you get major mending for 4 seconds, which you're just, burst healing all over the place. You got your Winter's Embrace. The only thing that we're using in Winter's Embrace is Ice Fortress. So far as flex spots are concerned, you could swap Leeching Vines for Shimmering Shield depending on what you're fighting at the time, but everything else needs to stay the same. Two-handed, grab all of the two-handed abilities. You could charge up a full heavy attack with follow-up on the back bar, and then Dawnbreaker on the front bar if you want, more damage that way. Dual wield, you're grabbing all of these. Every single one of these are important. Slaughter, dual wield, control, fury, ruffian. When you do your heavy attack Dawnbreaker into Whirling Blades, you essentially gain the benefits of every single one of these passives here in the back. Of course, we have the medium armor passive. All the passives, just fill them up. You have Elude. And then, of course, you want to make sure, I'm an orc, for example. I'm an orc, that's the race. And you want to grab the potion passives back here. And just a little side note, take a look at the Fighters Guild passives versus the Animal Companion passives. Now, people are wondering why I don't run birds here and the Bird of Prey here, so Cutting Dive and Bird of Prey. Cutting Dive and Bird of Prey on this particular build does actually do more damage than Silver Shards because of the passives. It would be 6% damage done here if we were to run Cutting Dive and Bird of Prey versus the Fighters Guild abilities, Camel Hunter and Silver Shards. The reason why we run Silver Shards and Camel Hunter is because we get that massive weapon and spell damage increase, which all around helps our healing. This is for the healing guys, not for the damage. Especially when it comes to group play, you want to make sure your healing is at its best. Things like Leeching Vines and Healing Thicket. Just a little side note. Let's get back to the video. And then let's take a look at the champion points. Alright, champion points. We are running 20 points in the Blessed, 20 points Eldritch Insight, 20 points Precision, 20 points Tireless Discipline, 20, 20, 20, 20 here, So that's quick recovery, hardy, preparation, elemental aegis, and ironclad. That's our first point here. You got piercing. You want to run both of these if you have the points for it. If not, just go along the stamina one and then wait for the magical one. That's fine. You got deadly aim. You got master at arms. And you got biting aura. Just like on our Magden. Make sure you go check out that Magden build. These are by far the best 3 that you could have, especially if you're trying to do massive damage. In the green tree, let's go over here real quick. We're just running Gifted Rider, War Mount, Rationer, Liquid Efficiency, and never forget your Breakfall passive. And then back here, really simple. We're running Boundless Vitality, Fortified, 50 points in Mystic Tenacity, Pain's Refuge. Grab these, Hero's Vigor, Piercing Gaze, Tempered Soul, Sprinter, Wind Chaser. Never forget your Celerity, that's your speed boost. Speed is king in PvP, remember that. Tireless Guardian, and Fortification just for an additional block mitigation. That's pretty much the build. If you guys want to know what kind of food that I run, it's either RTM Takeaway Broth or Bewitched Sugar Skulls. I rather go with RTMs. RTMs are for, best for kiting. You need the regen while you're moving around and stuff like that. But that's pretty much the build, guys. Other than that, if you got any questions, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on the video. We'll get right into the massive carnage that is this video. Enjoy, guys.
I still don't know why I've been granted these powers, but I think it would be a waste not to use them.
Vieni, Giorno Giovanna!